Four Wheels F1 podcast. It's Paul here with
Sean.
Chris.
Oh, and Lee. I was just looking for a shunt like you told me to. Got one.
Don't ask him to do two things at once.
So, how is multitasking treating you?
Not well.
So far, so good.
So, 1/4 of tonight's show, being Lee's hip, is brought to you by Windows 11.
Most of the time when I talk, I would close my eyes just to divert power.
God help you if somebody offers you a piece of chewing gum.
No, it'll be like a fucking starship from Star Trek being attacked by the Borg.
Those that can comprehend the question, how are we all doing?
Reasonable.
All right.
And Lee's answer is nope. He's still
Booting.
Still looking for a shunt.
I'm still no. I've got a shunt. I was just turning you up because you sound so lovely. I'm just me. I'm fine.
It's gonna be one of them shows this week, isn't it?
just me.
Not a great deal in the news this week, but we've got a Mexican Grand Prix to look forward to. Is look forward to the right words?
Well, yeah. I mean, the atmosphere is always fantastic, isn't it, in the Mexican Grand Prix since they brought it back? Like the atmosphere and like the sort of the feeling of it being a real event is always fantastic.
Oh,
the race.
I just want to wish a Bueno Dia de los Muertos to our Mexican listeners today. You can tell I've been practicing.
Do we have a lot of Mexican listeners?
Well, might do now.
We do now.
Might do now that I wished them Happy Day of the Dead.
No. Genuine question, because I know we see it in the analytics. I just thought it was just an interesting thing if we happen to have lots of Mexican listeners.
You're going to make me look this up now, aren't you?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, if we find out that it's about 3, is it going to be worth the hassle?
Probably not. No. Right. Let's have a look by geography.
Dear, really?
This makes for thrilling audio.
Oh, it doesn't.
I've inhaled something.
I didn't expect it to go this far.
No. Last show,
I'm sorry.
right. The last show got 23 downloads in Mexico.
That is nominal.
No, that was an awful lot of work you just put in for 23 people. I mean, I'm not like against minorities or anything, but
Wait
I'm one
a
of those
second.
people.
Hang on. Do we have some kind of like? Are you okay, Sean?
I think I'm gonna hit pause. Right. We're back. Sean, are you feeling better after that?
I can breathe again. We're all good.
Hang on. We're about to have a marauding cat.
Yeah, she's fine.
So yeah, well, 23 downloads in Mexico last time, but they do have a Grand Prix this weekend.
Yes, they do. Seamless segue there, Paul. Not like it took half an hour to get there at all.
Do you want to tell everyone what you were talking about in that half hour?
I don't mind.
Yeah, I think the rest of us probably would.
Some people listen to this in cars with children.
Like some people listening to it in cars with laptops.
If you drive, never child.
I should have recorded that. That would have been one for the Christmas show. Anyway, yeah, Mexican Grand Prix with the baseball stadium full of barbecues. That still worried me from the first race that they had when they were just pulling onto the straight before the baseball section, and you could see the smoke from the barbecues. And every time you saw it, you thought, "Who's crashed?"
No, but it was just the Mexicans having a great barbecue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they really know how to go for the atmosphere there.
Totally. It's always a fantastic event, but not necessarily a great race. Don't know if I said that before we got cut off, but
It's like the US Grand Prix, but just without the good race.
Yeah,
it can be entertaining.
You always want the Mexican Grand Prix to be a little bit better than it is, don't you? It's just not quite there as a race.
I mean, the circuit's decent enough, but I mean, I guess there's constraints to what they can do with it because it's like slap bang in the middle of a massive housing development, and they've taken down half a baseball stadium to put it there. Some Tilker's demolition works. It's been a Red Bull track previously.
Yeah.
even since even since Red Bull and Honda became a partnership. Which, would I be right in thinking it's the highest altitude race of the year?
It is. It does
think it
put
is.
specific strains on the old power unit.
And of course, this could be playing into Red Bull's hands if Lewis has to take another engine penalty this weekend, as has been discussed.
Yeah, I think it's possible that Lewis Hamilton would take an engine penalty here. He's, Red Bull have been powerful at circuits that aren't normally Red Bull powerful circuits. So, what are they going to be like when they go to these two races that they're going to now? What's going on?
Bruno is shredding a box.
Okay, with Red Bull being really strong in Mexico and Brazil, now would be the right time if Lewis Hamilton does need to take another engine penalty to take that engine penalty. It might not be. I mean, we never know. As I said, you can always get DNFs and anything else, but it does look like Red Bull are turning the screw, and we're running out of races for Mercedes to respond.
I mean, don't forget as well. This is the first of a flyaway triple header.
Yes,
Because we have Mexico, Brazil, and what do we have after?
Is it Qatar?
It's Qatar first,
Qatar,
and then Saudi and Abu Dhabi are the last two.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You'd have to think that this is probably the best opportunity if they think they have to take another engine penalty.
I half wonder if I was Mercedes and they still have this supposed concern over the reliability of the engine. I wonder if I would actually hang on another week and do it in Brazil, where you can overtake a bit better.
Possibly. Oh, but you've got that big old straight, don't you, in Mexico? Maybe they think a new engine will help them get past people with some DRS.
You have,
Yeah,
but
maybe.
then you know Mexico is hard on the engine anyway, and if the Mercedes engine isn't so great, you've still then got 5 races to do with it.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of it depends on what sort of latest development in the new engine that they're putting in is, because I still don't believe that all these extra ICEs that have been taken this year are of the same spec. There's got to have been tweaks on them with the with the freeze coming up at in 5 races time.
But I think there'll be tweaks on it, trying to fix whatever the fucking problem is with it. You know, the top and bottom of it is that although it's still a very good engine, don't get me wrong, there is a fundamental weakness in that power unit this year.
Yeah, it's a reliability tweak. It's not an enhanced performance tweak, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're allowed to do reliability tweaks, aren't you? So long as you can prove that they haven't improved the performance.
Yeah, and rarely, if you've got a reliability problem, rarely do you manage to sort the reliability problem out and gain speed at the same time. You know, if anything, when you try and fix a reliability problem, generally slows the car down a little bit, doesn't it?
Unless you claim that it's a reliability problem that only kicks in above 170 miles an hour, for example, and oh look, this one now does 180 without falling apart. Yeah, well, yeah, it's now more reliable.
I feel that that the stewards are a bit wise to that sort of stuff.
It depends what's not written down in the rules, though.
You know, how they can be interpreted.
Yeah. I mean, I know, we've joked about it before, but it is a genuine thing that Ross Brawn has got his own loophole checking department now. I think that, I think when he took over as sporting director of F1, that was one of his first sort of major appointments to effectively stop people doing what he'd been doing for the entirety of his F1 career.
It's why he's the perfect guy to do the job he's doing.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, what's next? Put Flavio in charge of contract? No.
The after party.
No, although he is back in Formula One.
Oh, God,
Good.
is he?
Good.
He is now, and I think he might be working with friend of the show, Sean Kelly, in the Paddock Club. He's one of the Paddock Club hosts.
I do believe he and friend of the show, Sean Kelly, do have some rapport, do they not?
I believe so.
Yes.
Sean has mentioned him previously when he's been on.
We will be able to ask Sean again before the end of the season because he will be speaking to us live from, depending on where it is, it could be Saudi Arabia or it could be Abu Dhabi.
Nice.
Before the end of the season.
I remember Mark Webber when Flavio was sort of banned from Formula One. Mark Webber saying that as soon as Flavio was banned, he started managing himself because, as far as Webber was concerned, Flavio was the only honest person in the paddock.
Jesus.
Whoa. This is why he got constantly number 2 then.
No, I think his remark is a reflection of why he got constantly number 2, not the other way around.
So, are we going to do predictions this early? We've really not got a lot to talk about tonight. We're just going to wander off on some tangents and come back to predictions later, or?
Well, let's talk about what's like Lewis Hamilton, the championship, like we were just doing before.
Yeah, it is coming to a head, isn't it? We've got 5 races left. There's 12 points between the two protagonists. And it does look, as I said last week, that given normal circumstances, I believe that Red Bull would have this probably wrapped up with a race to go at the moment.
I mean, Formula One does tend to, when you have tight championships like this, I'm looking at I can't remember what year it was. Remember the year that Vettel spun? Had to fight his way back through.
2012.
Yeah, I think it was 2012.
Yeah. Lewis and Massa, these championships that tend to be quite tight and go to the wire. Shock things tend to happen in them. It never tends to just be a race with 2 people, and then one wins the race and wins the championship. It's always like someone goes out, like Jacques Villeneuve and Hill. Jacques Villeneuve crashed out, didn't he, or retired? I can't remember.
His wheel fell off.
Yeah. Alonso and Hamilton, just fucking did each other through the season, and Kimi Raikkonen ended up winning the World Championship. These things tend to have
Timo Glock not having a pit stop.
Yeah, and Toyota supposedly getting McLaren chassis the next year. How odd. There tends to be an extra layer to these things, and I just wonder whether, because right now it looks like Max Verstappen is odds-on favourite to win the World Championship, I wonder whether there's going to be another twist in the championship somewhere down the line.
Well, we've got 2 tracks that we've never been to before, so we have no idea what's going to happen. I mean, Saudi Arabia, we're still jury's out as to whether or not it's going to be built or not.
I was going to say, one of which isn't even a track yet.
But yeah, we know Losail is primarily a bike track, so that could react quite bizarrely. I think there's quite a bit of elevation change on it, so it could be... you just don't know which way they're going to go. They could definitely, the 2 of them could throw a proper spanner in the works.
It'd be interesting to see if the teams have got any what level of circuit data they've got from Losail is.
Well, Red Bull should be able to get Hondas, you would think, because they share an engine and a title sponsor.
In the same way that Mercedes possibly would get Yamahas?
Possible. Through Petronas.
Petronas tie-up? Saudi Arabia is going to be a complete and utter... if they haven't built it, they're not going to even been able to LiDAR scan it to plug it into the Sims.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have people that they send to circuits, beforehand, to gather data. As you say, it's not possible with Jeddah, but certainly possible with Losail. They must have had car races around there before. There'll be data that they'll be collecting, people that they'll be talking to gain as much insight as possible. But as Sean said before, we won't really know what's going on in either of those 2 circuits until Formula One cars start going round.
I want to say GP2 Asia was at Losail.
According to its Wikipedia page, it's had 8 hours of Doha in WEC, and it's had some World Touring cars. And that's it for cars.
Wow.
Is it quite narrow?
I think it is quite narrow. The other thing we found out the other year in World Superbike Championship is it has no drainage whatsoever built into it because they obviously don't have a lot of rain. However, on the day that World Superbikes was at Losail, they had a year's worth of rain in Qatar in one day, and the whole of Doha was like at a standstill because there was nowhere for that water to go.
No, it did rain once in Abu Dhabi, didn't it? As they got there on the Thursday, I think it was.
I think it was a spritz. I don't know if I'd go as far as to say it was a rain.
Yeah.
It could have been Bernie setting up his sprinklers.
Possible.
Could have been.
So yeah, I mean, we are really going into the unknown with this championship. I don't think we've ever had two unraced tracks so late in a season before.
No, I don't think so. I mean, in 2020, obviously, we had circuits that either Formula One hadn't been to or hadn't been to for a while. But
Or in the case of the Squoval, configurations that they'd never raced on.
yeah, absolutely. There was an extra thing thrown up there with Russell being in the Mercedes and Hamilton missing the race. So Formula One's supposed to be getting back to some kind of normality, isn't it? So its 2022 calendar is expected to not have any changes on it at all whatsoever, and then they're expected to welcome China back into the calendar for 2023, is it?
Mm-hmm.
I think they said. So the last 18 months, 2 years now, have been... they've thrown up so many possibilities of sort of where Formula One could go, what it might do, even going back to Imola for a race next year for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. But yeah, I can't think of another situation where there are two races at circuits that Formula One has never raced on, and they're two of the last three races of the year.
I've done some further scrolling on Losail. There was a GP2 Asia round there in 2009.
Won by Sergio Perez by any chance?
Race 2 was won by Sergio Perez. Race 1 won by Nico Hülkenberg. There was also something called the Speed Car Series where a race was won by Vittorio Liuzzi. So take that as you will. I don't know what the fuck Speed Car Series is, but I'm going to say it's
Clearly a championship full of top class motorsport drivers there.
Yes. Oh, apparently the defending champion in 2009 was Johnny Herbert.
2009.
I'm fascinated by whatever the fuck this series is.
Amazing.
I thought you meant GP2 Asia for a
Jean
second.
Lacey was in it.
Johnny Herbert at the tender age of 174.
I'm thinking this is kind of possibly a seniors tour.
Oh, Vittorio Liuzzi in 2009 wouldn't have been that senior.
He was finished in F1 by then, wasn't he?
Heinz Harald Frentzen did a
Yay.
couple of rounds.
Harold Frentzen, oh dear.
I'm gonna have to.
Was he the last F1 driver to actively smoke and be a Formula One driver?
Yes.
Publicly.
I feel like we might have to YouTube this later. I'm fascinated by the concept of this.
Speed car.
Yes.
It sounds like a bunch of cars. A bunch of Formula One drivers who've got a little bit too much money and don't want to let go just yet.
Yes. Sadly, Johnny Herbert finished second on this season, but did beat in the championship Liuzzi and Lacey.
Friend of the podcast, Johnny Herbert.
Yes, of course.
We're going to have to find out more about this series. It sounds. Let's just go for better than Grand Prix Masters, if anyone remembers that one race.
The
remember Grand Prix
series
Masters at
has
Kyalami.
sadly folded.
I still think that's a good idea. Fundamentally a good idea, even if it didn't work right, did it?
Yeah, I mean, it was it was good. It was proper throwback. They were driving V10s, I seem to remember. Nigel Mansell took the piss out of Alan Jones by saying he's still too wide to fit in the car. Murray Walker was commentating. It was great. It was,
And Nigel Mansell won the race.
yeah. It was just unfortunate that it didn't work out and they couldn't actually fund anything close to a season.
that's a bit crazy, isn't it? Yeah, you'd wonder how you couldn't fund a season of that with those names in it.
Yeah, I mean there was some sizable names in there.
Yeah, well, I mean, the minute you've got like a Nigel Mansell or something like that in it, you just think you think something comes in. Maybe that was pre F1 TV, wasn't it? So maybe after the Sky deal, dedicated channel and things like that, and essentially,
I have the list in front of me of who took part in this. So, and you are totally correct. Nigel, do you know what? They were supposed to race at Lusail in Qatar. So there you go.
We could have got some slightly better data.
Yeah, we could have done. Nigel Mansell, Emerson Fittipaldi, Riccardo Patrese, Andrea De Cesaris, Derek Warwick, Hans Joachim Stuck, Christian Danner, Eddie Cheever, Jan Lammers, my favourite driver of all time. Not really. Eliseo Salazar, Patrick Tombe, Rennie Arnoux, Jacques Lafitte, and Stefan Johansson. There are no shit drivers in that lineup.
I mean, that was like that's the sharp end of a sort of early 80s race.
Yeah, absolutely.
How did they manage to screw that? Was the promoter Manx by any chance?
Let's have a look.
I bet it was more getting everybody in the same place at the same time to do the races.
There is a wonderful section on the page on the Wikipedia page about the controversy around people's weight, and someone telling Alan Jones the only time he's seen a podium was when he passed it on the way to the lavatory. Also, Jones telling Christian Danner that he'd only seen it when he passed it on the way to the lavatory.
Apparently, they did race at Lusail in 2006. I do not remember this. I only remember the one that they did in Kyalami.
Yeah, I just remember the Kyalami one. I just caught it on TV by complete accident.
Mansell also won that one. And he didn't finish the third race that they did in 2006 at Silverstone, which was won by Eddie Cheever.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, wait, hang on. In 2006, Pierluigi Martini was racing in Grand Prix Masters. I don't know what you have to do to qualify as a master, but I'm not sure Pierluigi Martini.
Better name than racing record.
Yeah, don't forget Valtteri Bottas is in the 2022 Race of Champions.
with Mika Hakkinen, isn't he?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Yeah, yeah.
So Race of Champions and Countryman of Champions.
Race of Champion.
Who was the man? Ex-Mercedes driver.
Michael
Rosberg?
Michael Schumacher?
The young guy. He never drove for Mercedes. But he was like on the junior
Verline.
team.
Verline.
Yes. Let's not forget Verline drove in the Race of Champions. So,
and broke his back. Did he not?
He did break his back.
Which we took the piss out of mercilessly because we just thought he'd got a little bit of an owie and then he released his x-rays.
Yeah, Princess Pascal. Actually, no, he fractured his spine.
Yeah, to be fair, though, the guy was that sort of drab as a human being. He didn't notice he'd broken his back. You'd think he'd notice something like that.
I don't think that it wasn't that he didn't notice. I think he just was trying not to make it public until he absolutely had to.
Maybe. I was never a fan of Fairlines.
You don't say. Well, the only time he actually made it public was FP1 in Australia.
Yeah.
It's like, I've driven the car, I can't drive the car anymore.
Which is admirable, really, but at the same time, at the time, didn't sound very good at all. Like, I'm in a bit too much pain here, people.
Gabe Giovinazzi, his big break.
And the history books will remember that day.
All I remember about that day was our dishwasher flooded and we were mopping the kitchen floor up at about 1:30 in the morning.
Oh, grim.
Yes, that was fun.
It's funny, isn't it, sometimes you can remember what was happening when you were watching Formula One races. When Jacques Villeneuve made his debut in 1996, at the Australian Grand Prix, I was watching the replay of the race in the afternoon when somebody came around to look at my house to buy it, and I wouldn't turn the TV down, even though these people were like looking at my lounge, like, yeah, it's a good size, yeah.
I mean, to be honest, if you're buying a house, you want to know what the acoustics are like.
Yeah, and they bought the house the next day, so I don't see what the problem was.
Oh, so they must have been happy with the acoustics.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, dear.
Back in the days when I would watch the early Grand Prix, because let's be honest, Europeans haven't gotten up early for a Grand Prix for a good couple of years now. But I would get up early to watch a race, and then I would watch the replay at like whenever it was on, like lunchtime on the Sunday as well.
Just in case you dropped off during anything live.
No, not at all. I wouldn't drop off. I'd just watch it again.
Sorry, I'm trying to keep a cat away from headbutting a microphone here. Oh God! Sorry, we're having
She's
the
being a podcat.
Yeah, we're having the usual podcast difficulties. You going to say something, Dizzy? No, apparently not. There we go.
Here we go, podcat, ladies and gentlemen.
Reluctant podcat.
So
This is the content you came for.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
People only come for the cats.
Yeah, my
know-
coughing fit, the cats, and whatever else we've got in store for you.
Yeah,
Come for the jokes, stay for the pussy.
we could do a review of this week's biscuit selection, but
Oh, we've gone cake, not
I was
biscuit.
going to say they are technically cakes.
Outrageous.
So, shall we do some predictions for Mexico? Because I think
Yes.
we're getting to that kind of point where we could do with deciding who's going to do what.
I think. Oh, go on, Sean. Sean first. Ladies first, of course.
I will go for the highly predictable Verstappen win, Perez second, and I'm going to go for a Norris third.
So Hamilton will take the engine penalty, and
I don't know. I'm just predicting not a good Mercedes day. I'm undecided on the engine penalty.
I think it's going to be Verstappen and Perez top two, but I'm going to go for Sainz in third.
No.
I think Ferrari's engine seems to be improving, so if it's really improving as much as they say that it has without cheating, then they should be good at high altitude as well.
Flood, do you want to go or do you want me to go?
No, I'll go. I'll go Verstappen, Ricardo, Perez.
Oh.
Oh, right.
I want to go for what Sean did because I think that's right. But I'll keep things slightly interesting. I'm going to go...
George
for
Russell.
George Russell. Antonio Giovinazzi. Everybody else has died. I will go for Max Verstappen. No, fuck it. I don't even know what the scores are at the minute, but I imagine I need to make some back.
Do you know what? I've not actually been keeping score this season.
Oh, have we not? All right.
No.
Okay.
You mean we're putting in all this effort for fuck all?
Oh,
It's for fun.
For fuck all.
If anyone fancies going back over the last God knows how long and tallying all the scores up, then get a life.
all this effort for fuck all. It sounds like a 17-year marriage. What are we doing? Right. Max Verstappen, then. If I don't have to take a gamble to try and win points. Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, and Lando Norris.
3 different teams. Right. If you want to put your own predictions in, head over to the website, threelegsfourwheels.com, look for the games section, and go for the 2021 Grand Prix Prediction League. Go for the top 3, pole position, fastest lap, how many non-classifieds, and whether there'll be a safety car or not. I'm reckoning there will be.
And you see, it does matter when you guys do it.
Yeah,
Yes.
we are keeping score for you lot. Well, the app's keeping score for you lot. I don't sit there with a spreadsheet
Anymore.
Don't pull the curtain back.
Well, that's okay because I was about to talk Formula Lee next, and that is run on a spreadsheet.
Shh. Right. Okay, go on.
Right, okay.
But it's not us to do the spreadsheet anymore, is it?
Shh. Yeah, Formula Lee. We'll have the results of the first race next week, because our spreadsheet intern is busy working them out while we're just sat on our backsides recording the podcast. But it's time for a new challenge, and I guess it's going to have to be Mexico, isn't it?
Seems reasonable.
Seeing as we have a Mexican Grand Prix, and... Right. Flood, wet or dry?
Dry.
Dry. And Sean, choose the car.
I think since they have the only Mexican driver, it should be a Red Bull.
Right, there we go. So a Red Bull round Mexico in the dry. And this one runs until 7 o'clock UK time, which is 2 o'clock Eastern, and anywhere else, work it out, on the 15th of November. Put the results in on Discord. There's a link on the website to that. Or you can email them direct to our spreadsheet intern at formula-lee@threelegs4wheels.com. And you got 2 weeks, so happy time trialing.
Yeah.
And as I haven't played the game yet, apparently I've been told last time we set a challenge we missed out whether it's on realistic mode or not. And yes, it is on realistic mode, so the car's speeds are closer to the real thing. So see if
Does it have an arcade mode?
It's got like an evened out mode where all the cars have got the same power.
Oh.
Which is the one that they use in the Formula One Pro Esports.
Makes sense.
But on the but you can choose to have it so that the cars are realistically balanced against each other. Rumour has it it's on sale on Steam this week, but I don't know about anybody else. I've not got time to play it at the minute.
No, to be fair, I haven't switched my PlayStation on since probably July.
Well, next time you do want to use it, you're going to have like a 7-week update given your internet.
He's going to have to bring it...
My update's fine during the day. It's just the nighttime is shite.
I was going to say, he's going to have to bring it round to one of ours to update it, isn't he? Yeah, I've not touched my PlayStation. I've been concentrating on iRacing, mainly because, and I'm getting another plug-in for this, in a little under 3 weeks, we are putting a team in the 23 Hours of Zolder, part of Jimmy Broadbent's Race for Mental Health. And if you want a link to where to donate, all the fundraising is going to Mind, UK mental health charity. Drop us a line on Twitter at 3legs4wheels, or the usual ways of getting in touch, or go to the website, and there'll be a link on there where you can donate to the Just Giving page that's been set up for it. They're aiming for £20,000 this year, which is about a third of what they did last time. So hopefully it's going to raise a good amount for mental health charities. It's advertising and plug over with, and we've got a cat climbing up some board games. Lee, do you want to find a total shunt?
Got one. Where's my phone? There it is.
You've got one, but you haven't got the device that it's on.
This one was sent in by regular shunter Cammy Hutton.
Mr. the Fat Perlo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have had shunts from Mr. Hutton in the past.
Yeah. He, in fact, I'll be perfectly fucking honest with you guys. He sent this in at 5 o'clock today, and thus leaving him at the top of my Twitter message pile. So here we go. I was born in 1943.
If I may, yay.
Yay.
Indeed.
I am American.
So this is 78-year-old American? If my maths are acceptable.
I nearly had my leg amputated in a crash in 1960. I will clarify, that says here, in a crash, not after a crash.
Physically in the crash.
So somebody who had a nasty crash at 17.
Proper boo-boo.
Right, so somebody who got a bit more shunty than Pascal Wehrlein.
Yes.
I've got to admit, American drivers of that age, I'm not great on. So I'm going to do the predictable thing of, say, Andretti and somebody pick a first name.
It's going to be Mario from back then, isn't it? Let's be honest. But it seems a bit...
That's the kind of thing you'd know.
Yeah,
If
it's
it
a bit
was.
early, isn't it, for Mario Andretti? Not
Yeah.
early, sorry. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, don't forget the Andrettis are an incredibly large family, and
Oh, there might be a spare one.
yeah, I mean, for all we know, there could have been a Luigi.
Yeah. Unknown fact, there's that many Andrettis. It's what the Gremlins being covered in water was based on.
Don't refuel them after midnight.
I'd like a guess.
I don't have anything better to offer than Mario Andretti, but I don't think it's him.
No,
Same.
yeah.
Oh, wow. Unconvinced by your own guess. That's not a very good start, is it?
Well, no, it's not a good start for us, but it's a good start for Cammy.
I began my career as a teen.
Well, I suppose if you crashed and nearly lost a leg at 17, yes.
Possibly
Yeah.
nearly almost also ended your career, potentially.
I died in 2019.
I'm going not Mario.
No.
Eddie Cheever, the aforementioned Eddie Cheever.
Nah, he's still alive.
Is he?
Yeah.
So
I am
would have
formally...
been. So I was
sorry, Sean.
that's
go
all
on.
right, I was just doing maths again. So this person would have been 76 when they died.
I am formally royalty.
Right. Little bit born too late for one of Statman's favourite drivers ever, Prince
the Thai
Prince Bearer
lad.
of Siam, who a photo has turned up of him driving on the prom.
In the Isle of Man,
course,
yes,
yes, of
absolutely, yeah. Also, Eddie Cheever would have been too young anyway, wouldn't he? 17 in what, 1960? Yeah, far too young. So it's definitely not Eddie Cheever.
Formerly royalty that gets me, who's sort of been royally deposedly. Do not say Prince Andrew.
Is this going to be someone who's maybe like
Not
divorced
yet.
out of like the Monaco family or something like that?
Ah, yeah. It could well be. I mean, they're all into their extreme sports, aren't they? Because current Prince Albert was bobsleighing. A couple of his sisters skied. Then again, I suppose Monaco's that small. It's like, we want to put together an Olympic team. You do this event. You do this event. I've never done it before. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Who's carrying the flag? Who owns the flag?
I'm going to have to rush you.
Don't know.
You're going to have to rush us. When did you die again?
I died
2019.
in 2019.
Louder?
Did we not decide this person
I
was
died
American?
in 2019.
Wasn't it 2019 Nicky Lauda died?
It would have been 2019 that
That
Nicky
was so
Lauda
much
died.
funnier than that. So much funnier.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah. What was Clue 2 not that he's American?
Yeah, can we have Clue 2 again?
Clue 2. I nearly had my leg amputated.
I'm going somewhere entirely different, obviously.
Oh, was Clue 3 about being American? I don't know. That's the thing. I only remember one motorsport death in 2019. It was quite an important one. I got nothing.
No, I have nothing to add at this
No,
point.
me neither.
So are you just burning a guess? No guess?
When did Dan
This does seem slightly tough. I will let you...
When did Dan Gurney die?
Oh, that could have been 2019. Good shout.
I don't know his crashing and leg damaging history, but
No, that's got a lot more potential. Should we go for Dan Gurney for the second guess?
why not?
I'm an 8-time world champion.
Phil the Power Taylor.
There was a guy that I used to work with who had his surname was Taylor, and he used to play darts regularly, but he wasn't called Phil, he was called Steve, so we nicknamed him the Shower.
Steve the Shower Taylor. What a horrible insult.
I like that.
8-time world champion. Right, if they are American, though, that could be anything, because, I mean, winners of the Super Bowl, world champions. Winners of the World Series, world champions. Even though teams from other countries, apart from 2 Canadian ones, can't go in it.
It will be generally motor racing related, though, won't it? There will be a motor racing
You would
tie-in.
anticipate.
Do NASCAR call their series winner the world champion?
Who the fuck knows?
It's still technically motorsport.
8-time world champion. I mean, there's a lot of disciplines of motorsport that he could have been in.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it could be like a rallier. It could be a bike person.
Yeah.
We've not ruled out a biker. Yeah, I have nothing further to contribute.
No, I mean American sport. Are we sure this person's American?
I
Or
may
is
have
it-
dreamt the
That
bit
was that-
about him being American.
No, that was a guess. Sorry, yeah, that was one of the clues. He's
Excellent. I am not making shit up.
Yeah.
No, because American sports people aren't my strong point. Ever.
Yeah. Next clue.
I have been married 4 times.
Once to
One
a
for
royal.
the gossip mongers.
Okay, so somebody who was married to a princess or duchess or something. Still not helping.
No.
Another accident forced me into retirement.
This person sounds quite clumsy, if we're being honest.
Or unlucky.
Is it Andrew Ridgeley from Wham?
I don't think he's dead.
No, I think he only ever did 2 races and crashed in them both, so I don't know where I don't know where the other 6 potential races for world championships would have gone to.
World champion, gold record, same thing.
Is that it, or is there a spaffer? Or
Is it Nicky Lauda when you add up his world championships that he won as a driver and also as a team boss?
There's not a spaffer. There's another proper clue yet.
Oh, right.
That will be necessary.
That may help.
But Nicky Lauda was not American.
No.
I doubt this will help. to be fair. But you can have it. I tased someone after they ruined a party of mine.
Oh, I wish I knew this story. It sounds amazing.
Right, if
tasing is not a back in the day thing, is it? This is going to be someone who's been
this is going to be fairly
getting
recent.
on
Yes.
a bit and been tasing someone.
And if the question was, I got tased, I would have said AJ Foyt.
Who tased AJ Foyt?
Going on the number of different ways in which he's nearly died, probably a lot of people.
Nothing will top the getting mauled by a tiger after retiring from a race in the infield of a racetrack.
I don't know, the bees comes close. Or getting stuck in a digger upside down on his own land.
It's not what we're here for, though.
No,
It's not what we're here
no, we had AJ Foyt the other week.
for.
Yeah, I have no idea who this is. Sorry.
Spaffer,
Yes.
my name is synonymous with motorsport.
I mean, we've got.
Trophies that are named after people
I don't know.
that died recently.
I was thinking, the Gurney Flap.
I don't have Dan Gurney down as a taserer. Or a taserist. I don't quite know what the word is for that.
If it was Italian, Teserito.
Yeah, it just doesn't strike me as his jam. I think he was better than that.
We need to know more about the tasing as
Yes.
well. I don't know.
I can't say that it's not Dan Gurney, but I don't think it's Dan Gurney.
I haven't got anything better.
Neither have I.
No, I have nothing.
Right, Sean, do you want to ask the question?
I don't think you are, but are you Dan Gurney?
I am not Dan Gurney. I am Harley Race.
Wrestler.
The bloody
Does
wrestler.
sound like a wrestler.
That's what I thought as well. I don't know. I thought maybe there was a racing driver called Harley Race, but I thought maybe the wrestler. I'm not sure.
No, he was definitely a wrestler. I'm on his Wikipedia page, and there is nothing about a motorsports career.
I don't understand how he's synonymous with motorsport.
His name's
surname
Race.
is Race.
He sounds like a bike event, a Harley race.
Is that a tenuous link to motorsport? Do we allow it?
Well, I mean, it's happened, hasn't it? What we do?
I believe it's yeah. We can't take time back. I would argue.
No, we did that Saturday night.
But I would argue now, bearing in mind, this is the person that has given yes to Mario Kart questions, but has also said these can't be trick questions. There can't be trick questions in the quiz. I almost feel like this is a trick quiz, let alone a trick question.
Just run through those clues again, all of them.
The clues are: I was born in 1943. I'm American. I nearly had my leg amputated in a crash in 1960. I began my career as a teen. I died in 2019. I am formerly royalty. I take it that must have been part of some sort of wrestling faction. I don't know. Was Harley racing the Four Horsemen? Maybe. I'm an 8-time
Apparently,
champion.
one of his ring names was the King, according to the Wikipedia.
Okie dokie. I am an 8-time champion. I'm taking that to NWA. I have been married 4 times. Of course, you have. You're a wrestler. Another accident forced me into retirement. I take it that's some sort of physical accident. I tased someone after a party. That makes so much more sense. Now you're a wrestler. My name is synonymous with motorsport. Harley, I suppose. But I would say that Harley is synonymous with motoring and not motorsport.
The second name is Race.
Even so.
It's a bit. It's tenuous at best.
I feel
Clues are not incorrect.
I feel that is borderline cheating.
And yet you have presented this as a piece.
Yeah.
And is that what you get for not looking to the end?
Well, I mean, realistically, it's not. That's what's the fun if you read the last chapter of a book? I like to be almost in the same position as you lot.
The fun of reading the last chapter of a book is you can go to the book club and pretend you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's until they go, what about the middle bit? And you go, I'm just going to the toilet.
Yeah, exactly. You mean the middle bit of the last chapter?
So, how do you send in a total shunt about motorsport? Or motorsport related or motorsport adjacent?
Like satellite motorsport. It doesn't even need to be real, not even real life. I will take Jason and the Wheeled Warriors over this.
It was Jason the Wheeled Warriors, not Jason. That was.
Was it?
Yeah, he only got called Jason when he was in trouble, but with his mum.
Was it really?
Yeah,
wow,
it was Jason the Wheeled Warriors.
Oh wow! You were well too old watching that. So like something video game racing related, cartoon racing related. Just as long as we've had ones about cars. I think we've had Talladega Nights before, haven't we?
And we've had about 16 Lightning McQueens.
Had it 16 Lightning McQueens, maybe no more Lightning McQueens. I will take wrestlers. I would love a proper one that involves a wrestler, but that wasn't a proper one in my eyes. Anyway, tweet them to me at a total shunt in a private message, or send me a PM on Instagram at a total shunt, and I will make your dreams come true.
Dreams may not come true. Your dreams may vary from what is offered with truthfulness or not. Can also ask a favour. Lee, you're not around next week, are you?
I am not.
Harley Race died of lung cancer.
Did he?
That's a cheery note to wrap it up on.
Lee, you're not around next week. Harley Race died of lung cancer.
Yeah, but like, I'm sorry. I mean, and obviously, like lung cancer is a fucking terrible thing. My granddad died of lung cancer. It wasn't an accident. My granddad died.
I think it was an accident that made him give up wrestling.
Oh no, sorry, it was an accident. He retired, wasn't it? Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought he said he died in an accident. Doesn't matter. It's fine.
But isn't your granddad and
He died. What?
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, of course. But isn't your granddad and George Russell's granddad like brothers or something?
No, different. The other side.
Other side.
Yeah.
The one that doesn't get talked about except at Christmas and every other Sunday between March and December.
No.
What I was about to say was, Lee's not about next week. Can someone send me a shunt to do next week? 3legs4wheels@gmail.com. And we need an emergency one because Lee, you're going to see a post-emo band or whatever genre it is they describe themselves as these days.
I think it is emo, isn't it? You mean at Six is an emo band? I don't know.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't
they
know what
were,
genre
I
you
think.
put them in.
Yeah, they were an emo band. They were one of like the last ones, weren't they?
They were sort of slightly after it had passed on, I think. They kind of came to the party a bit late.
So post-emo then.
Yeah, whatevs. I'm sure it's going to be good.
Yeah. So it'll just be the three of us next week unless we can get another guest in. If you want to get in touch with anything, and like I say, if you want to send in an email for this mailbag feature that we keep announcing and nobody ever writes in, 3legs4wheels@gmail.com or at 3legs4wheels on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram, and individually we are on Twitter.
At Sean Cowper.
I'm not going to say my Twitter handle because I just found out that Harley Race's second wife was called BJ.
So that's not your Twitter name.
And I'm now worried to say at Pablo100. I'll just tweet your Twitter handle out later on, Chris. Don't worry about it. Other thing is for Patreon, if you want to get access to the show.
Flood 21.
At Giant Flood. If you want to get access to the show a little bit early and the occasional special when we've got time to do them, or we've had a life to talk about outside of F1 stuff, then if you go to patreon.com/3legs4wheels, you can sign up for whatever amount you want, because we're getting Danish kronas and who knows what else these days. It all goes to support the podcast, pays for software, hardware, biscuits,
Hookers.
Taiwanese pineapple cakes. No, we don't play rugby anymore.
Hookers.
I did hear a good one the other day talking of the subject of hookers.
Hookers.
There was a rugby player who plays in the position of hooker that was retiring, and the story came off the newswire, and it was one of the regional papers in the UK obviously run everything through an online thesaurus, and it came out with Leicester prostitute to retire from the game.
Oh.
I thought that was quite funny.
Very good.
It was good. But, I mean, oh dear.
Yes. On that note, we'll be around on Discord this weekend during the race if you want to drop by for a chat. And we will be back next week with a review of the Mexican Grand Prix and a preview of Brazil, because yay, triple header.
That shit is legit.
It's real.
MC Hammer's in the house. We'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.